Today on the Hangout, James Harden's triple-double powers the Rockets past the Clippers. And then Dub Nation regains momentum as the Ultimate Warriors go up 3-2 on the Grizzlies. The truth hurts as Big Al ups Paul Pierce with the game-winning putback. Hangout! In the immortal words of Big Pun, yeah, baby, this is the Hangout. We are back for another half hour filled with fun, perspectives, and Dan Gladman. Yes, shouts out to DG. It's because of you I'm wearing this shirt today. Shouts out to the kid, Chef Curry, with the pot, absolutely killing him. We got Will Strickland, Dwayne's partner on One-on-One TSN Radio, and we try to do justice to the game in the city and the country we live, and it's a shame it took this long for me to do it, so I take full responsibility. But ladies and gentlemen, the legend, Ro Russell, we didn't get you on the couch, but we got you on the stools, and we're glad to have you, Ro. Thank you for coming out.
Good to be here.
All right, guys, let's get into it. NBA playoffs is what we're talking. Hawks, Wizards. Game 6, okay, this is a big game in this series. John Wall, he decides to return, come back, and play despite having what is the world's most swollen hand I've ever seen. Shouts out to Kenny with the thought that we need to start working on de-swelling things. I'm not sure where that term comes from, but let's jump right to it. The Hawks bench absolutely dominated, came out because, let's face it, their big names did not give them the contributions to DeMar Carroll as the usual. But what I want to talk about is towards the end of this game, we're going to see the highlight eventually, but Paul Pierce, he's known as the man, the myth, the legend, the dude that knocks down big shots. He hits a huge three with 8 seconds left, turns to the Atlanta Hawks bench and says, series. He called series, not game, series, Dan Gladman. And then look what happens on this final possession. Schrader misses, Al Horford with a huge putback. Does Paul Pierce talk too much? Is he taking too much on himself? Is he taking too much away from the Wizards?
No.
No.
I mean, he got caught on this one, and invariably, you're going to get caught when you're that cocky about
Boisterous.
it. But it's worked for him in the past, and look, he was wrong in this situation, and it might cost him, but I love that he does it. I love that he's been doing it this entire playoffs, last year in the playoffs, and I think it gives his team a little bit of edge and confidence.
I see those Will Strickland gears working.
Yeah, because I don't think it's a bad thing. It's not his fault that Dene didn't block out. It's not his fault. John Wall played great defense, blocked Schroeder's shot. They didn't stop them from doing what they wanted to do on the other end. So Paul Pierce calling series was big to me. I love it. I think it takes some of the pressure off of those young guys.
Absolutely. That's the one bonus I think that comes out of it. Ro, let me throw this at you. Let's talk about it. Schroeder was on the floor for the end of that game. Wait, no, actually, no, I want to jump back for a bit. John Wall's on the floor of this game. John Wall has a swollen hand, a broken hand. He is the future of your group, right? This team moving forward, I don't think a championship is necessarily reasonable this year. Actually, I know that. But the future is where things look bright for the Wizards, and you're forcing your franchise point guard to come back with a broken hand. Are you a fan of this?
Yes, I think it's a mutual decision. I think John Wall really wanted to play. He wanted to help his guys get to the next point.
But isn't the front office's responsibility to kind of temper that a bit, no?
Well, as a franchise player, if he demands that, I'm good, I'm good, it's hard to say, no, you're not going to play, especially if after working him out and going through the series, he looks like he's good, then I think that, hey, we'll play by ear, get in there, get out, get the doctors to check on him. Then if he wants to play, I think that's great for him to do that. Like how
it says a lot about John Wall and who he is as a player and as a person and as a teammate, in my opinion, that a guy is willing to risk what could be a career-ending injury. I don't want to end. Maybe that's too far because he broke his wrist like that before when he was younger. But he came out, he played well, and I think he was an inspiration. And if Nene blocks out, we're not talking about John Wall being hurt in this game because he came back and really controlled tempo and controlled pace in this game.
Okay.
I thought it was nuts. This is his hand. This
isn't
isn't a broken face like we saw with Conley. This guy has a broken hand, and if he lands,
him fall and tumble all day.
I know. I held my breath the first time I saw it. If this guy does something to his hand now and damages it, it could affect his entire career. I don't think
Grant Hill, Chris Webber type situation.
I don't think he should play.
Okay, here's the next question I got for you guys. the other side of the point guard table, Jeff Teague. If you look at the final play of the game, Jeff Teague is not on the floor. Schroeder takes the ball to the rim. The great putback by Al Horford. But Jeff Teague decided to sit out. Jeff Teague turned to the coaching staff and said that Schroeder should be in this game. Does that make you question Jeff Teague's competitive nature, his fire, and whether or not he should be one of the leaders of this group, bro?
Yes, I think it does, in my opinion, because even though Schroeder was playing pretty well, you're the all-star.
Yeah.
You're the leader. You're the captain. He did his job. Now let me get back in there, do my job, and end this game for my team. So I was kind of taken back by that and questioned his heart. And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Schroeder misses that layup and Horford doesn't get the rebound, what do we saying about
Public
Jeff Teague?
perception is tough, man. Here's a guy who's trying to be the best teammate. He sees that Schroeder helped them get back into the game. They were down 10.
Yeah.
He was the one who was a catalyst on that team.
Yes.
Jeff Teague saw this and said, you know what, Coach? If
He's an
doing
all-star,
well
guys.
If he's doing well for our team, here's a team that went 19-0 in January, who had their entire team starting five.
Yep.
Be the player of the month for January.
Yes, and he was one of those
He was
guys.
one of those guys. So
Exactly.
there's not one guy who steps up and says, I'm that guy on this team. So I don't put that kind of heat
But
on
those
Jeff Teague.
five guys
five
have to be
guys.
on the floor, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
Dan,
I
you
think
disagree?
that Dennis Schroeder played a great game down the
Props to
stretch.
Schroeder.
You go with that guy.
Schroeder's a really nice little player as well.
Simon
Speedy,
Phoenix.
quick. What I think it says about Jeff Teague is that he's going to be a great coach one day because he made a decision that he thought in that moment was best for the team. And right now, Schroeder's going better than me. Put him in and let's see if he can make the play.
Quickly, one-word answers. Do the Wizards win 2 straight, or can they? Yes or no? Ro.
Yes.
No.
Hawks in 7.
Okay, all right. So, okay, they win at least one with you. All right.
Damn, Dan, what's up with the
Still-
caddy?
I just learned.
Still more to come here on Canada's home for talking NBA playoff basketball. We got to talk about the Warriors and the Grizzlies with the legend, Ro Russell, grassroots in the house. This is Hangout.